Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learning with Miss Muhammad. Alright, so today I am here with a read aloud, and I'm going to be reading Nobody Owns the Sky. It's written by Reeve Lindbergh and is illustrated by Pamela Paparone. This is a story about, it's a poem actually that is written about the life of Bessie Coleman. And Bessie Coleman was the first Black woman pilot in the world. But she grew up in the United States of America in Texas. And it just really is an amazing story. She's an amazing woman. So if you don't really know much about her, I would really suggest that you go and do some research about who she was and what she did, and the obstacles that she was able to overcome. All right, so we're gonna get started. The first page just gives us a little bit of history about who Bessie Coleman was. So I'm gonna read that, and then we're gonna jump into the story. So, Brave Bessie was the name people gave to the young pilot Bessie Coleman back in the 1920s when she flew as a daredevil stunt flyer in air shows all over the United States. Born in 1892, the daughter of a Native American father and an African American mother, she grew up at a time when it was difficult for any woman to become a pilot. But for a Black woman, it seemed impossible. All the same, Bessie followed her dream, and in 1921, she became the first licensed Black aviator in the world. Alright, so here is Bessie Coleman. Alright, and it's crazy to think that she became a pilot almost 100 years ago. So in a couple months, like 2 months, it'll be 2021, and she became a pilot in 1921. So it's crazy that just 100 years ago, Bessie Coleman was just doing so many great things and allowing the possibility or even the dream of becoming a Black pilot. She made that a reality for herself and so many other people. So let's jump into the actual story. Nobody Owns the Sky. There was a young woman who wanted to fly, but the people said, "Kiss that wish goodbye. The sky's too big and the sky's too high, and you never will fly, so you'd better not try." But this woman laughed and she just said, "Why? Nobody owns the sky." Up above flew the dove and the raven too, with the red birds red and the blue birds blue, and the brown hawk circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that followed the dew. When the high wild geese come traveling through, with the wind on their wings, flying free, flying true. She called to them all and she said, "Hey you, I'm coming up there too." Bessie Coleman grew up a century ago in a cabin built near where the creek's water flow. She worked picking cotton as white as the snow, and watched cottony clouds up above come and go. Bessie wished she could rise up and fly high and low over Texas a long time ago. Bessie's mother had not learned to read or write, but her children were raised to be eager and bright. Bessie worked hard at school and she dreamed about flight. People said she was crazy, it wouldn't be right. You're a girl, not a man, and you're not even white. But did she stop dreaming? Not quite. She went off to college and wanted to stay, but it cost so much money that she couldn't pay. She moved to Chicago and worked every day at the White Sox barbershop, earning her way. "White men can fly, why can't I?" she would say, but the flying schools turned her away. Bessie manicured nails while the barber cut hair, and she dreamed about flying but didn't know where. Then one day someone said, "Fly in France, they won't care that you're Black and a woman," so Bessie went there. She was young, tough, and smart, she had courage to spare, and she took like a hawk to the air. Bessie came home a pilot, so happy and proud. She could ride on the wind, glide, and spin in a cloud. Parachute, loop-the-loop, Bessie drew a crowd when she flew over airports or fields barely plowed. Her courage and daring had everyone wowed. "Brave Bessie," they shouted out loud. On the ground, Bessie lectured to crowds big and small. People gathered in church or inside the town hall. "Come and fly, boys and girls, Black or white, short or tall. Come and fly, everybody, come answer my call. The air has no barrier, boundary, or wall. The blue sky has room for us all." Okay. Bessie's life was not long, but she flew far and wide. In Chicago, she showed off a rich dolphin glide. Her air shows in Boston left crowds starry-eyed, but in Jacksonville, Florida, everyone cried. Because Bessie's plane failed, and she fell, and she died. Farewell to brave Bessie, they sighed. Other young men and women soon wanted to fly, and the people said, why don't you give it a try? The sky's still big and the sky's still high, but you're bound to get there by and by. Just remember her words till the day you die. Nobody owns the sky. Look above, see the dove and the raven too, with the red birds red and the blue birds blue, and the brown hawk circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that follow the dew, when the high wild geese come traveling through, with the wind on their wings flying free, flying true. You can call to them all, you can say, hey you, I'm coming up there too. The end. So I really hope that you all enjoyed this story, and I hope that everyone learned a little bit about Bessie Coleman's life. I was so sad to see that she passed away, and I remember when I was in school and I was learning about Bessie Coleman, I was so intrigued about her life and the fact that she was able to become, one, a pilot. I just think that that's not something a lot of people do, but to see that she was the first the first Black woman pilot, in the world. So that was just amazing, and I'm so grateful that even though she is not here today and her life did end short, that her life and her legacy and her story is something that we can still read about even 100 years later, and she's still a person that inspires so many pilots, especially Black women pilots, today. So thank you all again for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like this video, click the notification bell if you haven't, and subscribe. All of those things just help to increase the engagement on this channel, and it allows me to reach a bigger audience. So I really appreciate it. Please look out for more videos. They will be coming soon. So have a great one, and I will see you all in the next video.